been in the state for the past 32 years. I used to live in Washington, D.C. for 18 years, and I moved down here 2002.
Okay. So what you think?
It's awesome. First of all, it is inexpensive to live here than to live in D.C.
Right. DC's gotten expensive, huh?
Yeah. And too much traffic.
Huh. Yeah. Good. There's good public transportation, right? But only inside or something. But horrible traffic jams.
Yes. Because you have to look at it. They call it metro. This is a metro area where two states, and this is carved out of Maryland and Virginia. So when people are coming to work from Virginia and Maryland, they're all going inside DC. So in the evening when they're going home, they're all coming out at the same time. So that creates a lot of traffic chaos.
Is it enjoyable, like being in it?
No. No.
Not a little bit.
No, it's not.
It makes people angry, right?
It makes people. There's a lot of road rage, because I know I used to drive taxi cab in DC, and I did a courier job, like messengers pick up package from here, drop it over there.
Yeah.
I did that for 6 years, and I drove taxi cab in DC for another 4 years. So I knew about the road rage. When people are really, really inside that traffic, they get angry.
Yeah.
My story, when I was living in DC, there was an incident that happened. My mother died. I came here in 1985. My mother died in 86.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so thank you. When my mother died, I was angry. So I said something real bad to God. I was really, really upset.
What did you say?
I said there's no God, and you took my mother away. That's my ace. That's my number one fan, and you took her away from me. So, and I cursed God. I was angry, and it was raining that day. So, as I was about to go inside, something inside me said, you know what, go back and tell God that not to take your life, give him 10 years, that you will do it without him. So, and I went back outside and I said, I'm going to prove to the whole world that there's no God. Give me 10 years. I will prove to the world that there's no God. So, when I was going back inside, I said, but don't take my life. Something inside me said, you are stupid. You say there's no God and you're asking him not to take your life. So I just laughed, I giggled inside, but I knew he was listening to me. So to fast forward it, nothing good happened for that 10 years. Nothing good. But
what were some of the lowlights, or what do you mean? Give me an example of.
I slept on inside my car for 3-4 years. And I make money. I was a bad guy. I was selling crack. I was selling dope. And I was making money, but I never enjoyed that money. I never hold on to that money. You understand what I'm saying? The money is there, but I didn't even have the common sense to go get a place to stay. It was really rough. So I found myself in Southeast Washington, D.C., the bad part of Washington, D.C., where there's this gang are shooting each other, and I lived there for 4 years. I joined the gang. Then let me fast forward it, 1996. There was an incident that happened that somebody in my neighborhood got killed. But they knew the person that killed that person in my neighborhood. So the gang in my neighborhood went to the guy, and the brother begged them not to kill his brother that did it. If the guy did not get killed, the guy shot. So what they did is that they say, oh, they forgive him. So the guy made a mistake. He got off the bus right in my neighborhood. So they followed him into the school and they killed him. So the guy that killed him, even though the police caught him, he went to jail. He was in jail. He's still in jail. by the time I left Southeast Washington, D.C. But the brother never forgave the neighborhood. You understand? So one day I got up, I wanted to go to the Chinese food to go buy chicken wings. As I was going, one of my friends, because I was the only Africans that was living in the ghetto. There was no Africans don't live in the ghetto. They don't want nothing to do with the ghetto. But because of me and my God having a problem with God, I found myself in the ghetto. So I wanted to go buy chicken wings from this Chinese food called Wallock. And I heard somebody say, Tunde, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Chinese food to buy chicken wings. Let me come with you. So he came with me to buy the chicken wings. I don't know nobody. I'm an African. I don't know who is who. So as soon as I finished buying the chicken wing, I was stepping outside, and the way he called my name, he said, "Tunde, stop, 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 stop." I knew something was wrong the way he mentioned my name, and I froze. And he came right beside me and he said, "Do you see the car that just passed in front of you? They're from Congress Park. I live on Congress Place. Congress Park and Congress Place, they always fight each other, and I don't know who is who because I didn't grow up with them."
Right.
So when he said that, and something inside me said, "Look at the car. If the car makes left, start running. If it makes right, if the car makes left, you are okay. If it makes right, run." And I kept looking at the car. The car wanted to exit the parking lot. Instead of the car to make left, it makes right. When it makes that right, and I started shaking because I know something bad is about to happen. And I kept looking at the driver with the two hands on the wheel, and the driver turned around and he looks at me. And I kept looking at the driver. It was in the evening. The next thing I didn't know somebody was laying in the back of the car with a rifle. With a rifle.
Oh. Yeah.
So it came up with the rifle. Before I could say, "He got a gun, he got a gun," the first shot rang out, BAM! And I saw the muzzle flash from the gun. There was this bar in front of me that the bullet hit. It hit the bar. Boom! And I went down, and you won't believe what happened.
Yeah.
I just lay down, and something came over me and said, "Your 10 years is over." 86, 96. 86, 96. 86, 96. Your 10 years is over. And I remember what I said to God in 1986. So, right instant, I came back to my senses again. I saw somebody tapping me, "Lola, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go." And I saw all the guys from my neighborhood, they were already there. What happened is that those guys, they drove past my neighborhood and they did head count. They found out 2 guys are missing, me and the other guy. And they asked each other, "Where are they?" They said they went to the Chinese food. So they all went to go get their gun and start running towards the Chinese food. So while the guy was shooting at me and the other guy, they were shooting back at the car. So the car drove off. Thank God that those guys, they have this thing in their mind that let's go, something bad is about to happen. So when they tapped me, we got up. The next thing I knew, I found 357 Magnum in my hand. Somebody put a gun in my hand. So we started running. Because we don't know who is who. We don't know if it's an ambush. We started running. We run through the alley because about 2 blocks away from my house. So we run through the alley. This in the middle of around 7 or 8 o'clock. It was dark, and everybody hands was on the gun. So we started running towards the house. We don't know who is in the alley, who is hiding. We don't know. We just know that there was a gunshot, and we are at risk. And we got back to the neighborhood safely. And that was the most scariest thing that ever happens to me. 2 months later, I left Southeast Washington, D.C. I left, and I thank God that I didn't get killed. 1986, 1996, 10 years. Yeah. So I became a pastor in 2012 because I started researching about who God is, and I found out that God is love. He loved me so much that he refused to let me die right there. Because if I would have died, I was selling crack, I was selling weed, I was putting another life to shame. Because everybody that you sold cracks to, they have family, they have children, and this thing, you know that is taking over their lives, and you continue to do it. To me, that's the biggest crime of them all. I was committing a crime, not according to the United States law, I was committing a crime against humanity. And I would have, as I believe, if that bullet would have hit me, I would have ended up straight in hell, where there's no coming back. There's no coming back, because I know better. I'm not afraid of United States law. I'm afraid of humanity. Because if you love somebody, you don't want to hurt them any which way. And I was hurting people by selling them that piece of junk. And that's the greatest thing that ever happens to me. Life and death. And I found life in death.
Welcome to Student of Life, the game show.
So that was my friend Tunde, who was a Uber driver for me in Las Vegas. And next up, we're going to join another Uber driver in Vegas, Julie.
Mountains from Boulder, Colorado, in Boulder Canyon. There's Boulder Falls. Oh my goodness, that is like the most powerful waterfall. It is so beautiful. But I mean, it's just raging, you know. And I took my mom up there once, and she was a little intimidated at first because I mean, it's huge, you know. And you walk through, and it's kind of slippery, and it's not really a trail that leads you right to it. But yeah, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. And I have the best picture of her that I took of her like with the biggest smile on her face. She looks so happy. But yeah, yeah,
It's really nice.
yeah. I don't know. It makes me sad that I can't be near my mom because she's actually nearing 80. You know,
Wow.
yeah. She had me when she was 35. So, and I'm the last of 4. So, but yeah, it just I don't know. I see like all my friends' moms, and when they're getting up in age and they're having health problems. My mom, she just recently had cataract surgery. So yeah, it's just like, ugh, you know. I mean, I don't like hearing stuff like that, but yeah, it makes me very. I don't know, it just worries me when I can't be near her.
You love her.
I do. I absolutely do. Yeah.
What's a funny story involving your mom?
Let me think. I don't know. It's just like my mom. She's Hispanic, so she's bilingual, but sometimes she mispronounces words. You know, and so we like correct her. We're like, Mom, this is how it's pronounced. She's like, oh, she just like laughs at herself. We laugh at her too, you know. But I mean, this is just like a little funny thing, you know. I mean, it's not like hilarious anything.
Right.
I'm just trying to think of something.
Is there an example of that you remember, of a certain word that she mispronounced that was... Or it happens just from time to time?
It just happens from time to time, like just various words, you know. Let's see, I'm trying to think of another, maybe possibly funny story.
Is he making a ride over here?
Yep.
Oh, you know this.
Yeah.
You're like, you're like, this is the lane I'm supposed to be in. Calm as shit. Damn, Devin.
Yeah, the strip is totally, that's my jam, as they say.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's your jam musically lately?
I don't know. I like various types of music, actually. I like rap. I like country.
Okay. So in the rap world, what's your jam lately? And in the country, what you been listening to?
Not pretty.
Yeah.
It's too bad you can't record like pictures or video on that, because then you could show all your podcast viewers all that.
Well, I could, but yeah, I think it's better without it.
Yeah.
I think people...
Oops.
Red light.
Sorry about that.
What was those for? Those fountains? Bellagio fountains. We might come back there.
Yeah, it's better at night. Definitely better at night because they light up the water. Yeah, it's so much
And
prettier.
apparently there's an art exhibit at Aria that I might need to go to.
Yeah, but actually inside the Bellagio too, there's a botanical garden that's free to check out too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really pretty. What was it that you just asked me? Darn it. I can't remember it. Got sidetracked by the Bellagio fountains.
Yeah. Yeah, you were in the middle of saying something.
Darn it, I don't remember.
Something about maybe your mom was speaking.
No, we went past that. I don't remember. Darn it. I don't know. That's okay.
Where's your mom from?
She's was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She was born in New Mexico.
Yeah.
But to Hispanic parents.
Correct, yeah.
Were they Mexican?
No, we derived from Spain, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your grandparents were from Spain. On
Great
your mom's side.
grandparents. Great grandparents.
Great grandparents.
Uh-huh.
So your mom's parents were actually also from New Mexico.
Let me think. Yes. Yeah.
Like born in New Mexico.
Yep.
So it was generations ago, many generations ago.
Yep.
That they came over from Spain, but they stayed speaking Spanish.
Yep.
For all those years, because New Mexico is such a Spanish-speaking state anyway.
Correct, yeah. You know, and it's really too bad because, like, when I was younger, my mom wanted to teach us Spanish, you know, and I really wish that my dad was pretty prejudiced against the language and everything. He didn't want it spoken in the house, you know.
Right.
And
It would have treated you great, because if you learn Spanish first, you're going to pick up English anyway.
Yeah.
And then you'd be straight up bilingual.
Yeah.
But you're probably decent anyway, because your mom speaks it.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. When I was in high school, I took Spanish, and I got so good at it that me and her were actually having a conversation. You know, we got to the point of where we could have a conversation, but then I didn't use it anymore, and I lost it, and now I could speak poquito Spanish, but not a lot, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's so funny because, like, if I get Spanish-speaking people in here and they, like, I try to have a conversation, it's just it's a disaster, actually. I can't have a conversation with them. But, yeah, I really wish that, you know, but after my parents got divorced, my mom still could have taught us, because I would have been 4. I still would have been at a great age to learn, you know, but I think she was just trying to live and, you know, survive and keep us fed and clothed and stuff, so.
For sure.
Yeah, because we lived there until I was about 8, so 4 years after they divorced, she struggled, you know, so.
Sounds like an amazing person.
Yep, and that's why we decided to move to Colorado, because that's where my grandma, her mom, was, so. Yeah, I feel that we would have a better chance and she would have better opportunities for work out there, so.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah. And I'm glad you did, because I could not see growing up in Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Devin.
It's great meeting you, Julie.
And you have a great day. Enjoy
Yeah,
the rest
you
of
too.
your time in Vegas.
I will.
Take care. Oh, hello. Oh, I don't think I'm your ride. No, I don't have a ride.
And to close out today's show, we rejoin the conversation with my new friend as we sat in Odd's Cafe in West Asheville.
Fleek, and I think it's F-L-E-E-K,
Okay.
and it basically means that you look really good, like you're squared away and everything is on point, which might be another one, but everything is on point and taken care of and perfect.
It's not using those sentences.
My eyebrows, after I got them done, are on fleek. That was a YouTube video a few years ago. She was talking about her eyebrows and she said they were on fleek. And that did it.
Is that kind of what made it? I mean, it was already in the lexicon.
She created fleek. That's her word, and her eyebrows are on fleek.
So now we actually got to the beginning. Because I've asked a lot of people about this question, and a lot of people do answer on fleek. But none of them knew the true history. You nailed it. You know the true history.
I saw the video.
So you ever get your eyebrows done?
Not really.
You have good eyebrows.
I'm gonna say they're about as on fleek as God's gonna do. Yeah. I have chronic PTSD. So one thing that can happen with that condition, since it's from childhood, is you have a hard time attaching. So I like people, but if I don't see them again, I'll be okay.
All right.
That makes you sad.
It was sad, but you're being honest.
It don't make me sad.
You're being truthful. I appreciate that.
Why you look so bad?
No, it's.
I feel like cake and stuff. I get a lot of joy from life.
You get more joy from cake than human interaction.
What no?
But it's close.
Well, I can't really say I have this love. I do have, probably from PTSD and attachment issue, I do have this obsession. So, I might not love somebody the way I imagine you do, but my obsession will keep me with them for the rest of my life. Like, I can use people like a drug. They literally make me happy, like somebody who's banging heroin. You know, which is why I break into houses and flatten tires and shit.
Oh,
So,
shit.
yeah.
How many tires have you flattened?
Once.
Oh, okay.
And then I knocked out somebody's moonroof once. And broke into a house once. I helped steal a dog once.
You helped
Yeah.
steal the dog.
Her ex had him and wouldn't give him up, so we broke into his house and stole the dog off the porch.
So everything you do, though, it's not like you're doing it just for joy or for whatever or for monetary gain. It's for revenge.
A lot of revenge, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't hurt people.
Right.
But I did.
It's not like you're doing serious. You're just doing. Yeah, you're not doing any true physical harm.
I almost shot
You're
my
just
ex though, but that was in self-defense. And
Okay.
by the time I think I shot by his toe or whatever, and he ran out.
Whoa.
But again, that was defense.
Yeah.
Because I told him to leave. Yeah, I haven't gotten shorted. I used to think that, but I was in a spiritual program.
You're in a what program?
In a spiritual program,
Mm-hmm.
and what I learned is that everybody got something. Like mine's a little more out and open. Where if I tell people, they're like, "Oh, you think," but mine isn't gonna hurt. It didn't hurt me any more than a kid whose parents worked and he had all the toys and he had all the clothes and he went to the best school, but he didn't feel loved, he didn't feel wanted, he didn't get attention. It's like his pain every single night is just as hard on him as a child who's getting beat every night, as if the child that gets beat gets to say, "Look at my scars for me," and he feels even more trapped because he doesn't have scars, and people are more likely to minimize his pain and tell him how blessed he is, and he doesn't have an out, you know.
Right.
But the person who is physically abused or sexually abused, it's almost like society gives them more of a right, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Because you're right. A lot of people are hurt for different reasons throughout. I mean, it's a hard world.
Yeah, I learned that like, childhood pain is pain, whether the child's physically abused or emotionally abused. That pain is the same. It just one person has more of a right to claim theirs.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I think that's why so many people drink and so many people are on antidepressants and so many people are shooting heroin because they're hurting, and when nobody listens because we all need to get over it, then they're gonna fix themselves, you know.
Right.
We're in this culture where nobody wants to have any empathy. Well, no, a lot of people don't know how to be emphatic.
Right.
So.
Right. It's a problem.
I mean, we pay therapists just to listen.
Right. And people should just do that. Friends and family should be.
Yeah, but they're the very ones to tell you to get over it, because when you share your pain with them, they feel bad. They feel like they weren't there, and they don't know how to handle their own guilt and shame. So they want you to hurry up and get past this, so I can be okay.